Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about ILUS down 10%, well on its way to 005s. That is my prediction. I've been pounding the table on ILUS going down to 005s since the start of this downtrend. I've been telling everyone in the premium Discord, hey, don't buy right now. I'm not buying. I want it at 005. If you're not going to give it to me cheap, I don't want it. So let's just wait. Let it come down. It'll come down. It could even break down below 005s and we go to 004s, which would essentially it would be at the same share price as AITX. So that would be pretty funny, if anything. But one thing I want to talk about is Ilus said something very specific a long time ago. Something about day traders and swing traders. They said they don't want to please day traders and swing traders. They're not gonna drop a lot of PRs just for the sake of satisfying that group of people. But here's the thing, we adapted. We adapted. I know they don't drop that many PRs. So what do? I wait for the bottom. I wait for it to get nice and cheap. The bottom reveals itself. We buy in. We accumulate. It runs up on the one PR that they drop. Rarely do they drop PRs, but when they do drop it, it runs up, and then it tanks. And that much is clear. It's been doing that since it hit 50 cents and started trending to the downside. So even though they don't want to please those people, ultimately we adapted, and ultimately we still make our money. That we've been doing this for 3 years now almost. So they want to please longs, but longs are the ones getting destroyed. Think about this. I think a lot of people are still living in 2020, 2021. They're still like the longs are still living in 2020, 2021. They think I'm going to buy this penny stock. It's going to run back to dollars and or $10, $50, whatever price target, and they think they're going to be a real winner by averaging down over and over again as it goes down lower and lower. But the reality is, you look at the OTC and the people that are winning, that are making money. It's not the longs. The longs for 3 years now have been getting destroyed. Whether it's AITX, whether it's Ilus, whether it's Sybil, whatever it may be, for a long time now, longs have been getting destroyed. And if this thing goes to 004 and under, a lot of people are going to be holding some pretty big bags. Even though they're already holding a big bag, they're going to hold even bigger bags. And I mean, there's no end in sight for this one. And so, what I'm trying to say is, even though they don't want to please swing traders and day traders, ultimately, we just adapted and we still make our money. And longs, they continue to lose and average down as it goes down lower. This is the new OTC, is what I'm trying to say. So, stop living in the past. Buy bottoms on penny stocks, swing trade it to the upside, take your 50, 100% on the next one, get out, and then we'll rinse and repeat. Because ultimately, we have the ability to adapt to whatever the OTC environment is. If the OTC environment was like back then, you could just chuck money at a penny stock and it would run 1,000% the next day. But we're not in those times anymore. So I feel sorry for longs because they really are not only stuck, but they really better hope that when this thing uplists, they don't continue this pattern because this is a pretty ugly pattern. 3 years of nothing but downtrend. You could have bought Nvidia nice and cheap at $150 back then and made a whopping 10 to 15x. Let that sink in for a second, and I'll see you guys in the next one.